apparently this is what happens when you come to school at 7:45 and school starts at 7:55. I've never experienced this because I'm always at least an hour early to school. The stoplight is literally like so far ahead of me right now. How do kids get to school on time? What the heck? Okay, good morning. It is May 22nd, and it is 7:33 in the morning, and we have 4 days, including today, left of school. Our last day is on Thursday. But normally I would be very, very cheerful at this moment, but I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about something that's kind of serious as an educator, especially one, actually no, it doesn't even matter if I work in high school or elementary school. If you are thinking about going into education, you need to realize that you are going to be dealing with things that are far beyond what you think your capabilities are. By the time they get to high school, your students will have gone through a lot of issues that break your heart. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't just happen in high school. Maybe it comes out in high school, but things happen to children every day that should never ever happen to children. And as a teacher who is trusted by their students, as I hope that you would be as an educator, they would often come to you with their problems, and you're going to be dealing with things that make you feel very out of your depth as a human being. I have only been a credentialed teacher for 4 years, but I have been working in education for closer to 10. And I feel like by now I've gone through every problem that I could face when it comes to my students. We have discussed eating disorders. We have discussed self-harm, rape, abuse in the family, suicide. And every time I am faced with something like that, I feel like it's brand new. To me, it hasn't gotten old or commonplace, and I hope that it never would. I just feel very out of my depth at times, and so I can't get too much into it, obviously, because I want to protect this student and not turn it into a circus or get in trouble for saying something that I shouldn't. But something did happen last night, and basically it caused me to be on the phone with this student's parents until very late at night. By the time things were resolved and talked through and figured out, it was already like close to midnight, and then of course I could not sleep after that. I probably didn't get to bed until after 2 last night, and it hurts your heart because you love your students and you want what's best for them, and if they feel helpless, then it's hard to deal with that. And I was in tears last night talking to the mother of the student and the father of the student, and it was a very serious night last night. And so I wanted to give you, sorry, I kept getting interrupted by students. What I'm trying to say overall is, if you are thinking about going into education, if you were in the credential program now, if you were in your first year of teaching and you haven't really gone through this experience, just realize that it will happen. You are a mandated reporter, which means by law, if somebody suggests to you that a student is in harm or the student admits, hi, that was the third student this morning. Okay, just realize that you are not going to be just a teacher when you get into this profession. You are going to be mentor, counselor, mother or father, confidant, and protector in a lot of senses, and you're not going to feel ready for that. And I don't know if you ever really feel ready for that. I don't know if 10 years from now, if something like this happens, then I'm going to feel complacent about it or commonplace about it. I hope not, but my week kind of started off kind of serious, and I wanted to reflect that. That being said, it is Monday of the last week of school. We are taking a final this morning with my freshmen, and then we are turning in our final assignment with my sophomores, and then it's finals. Tomorrow starts finals. It's going to be 3 minimum days, and then Thursday is our final day of school and graduation. I am working graduation, and I love working graduation, so I'll see if I can take you guys around with me a little bit for that. I did get some gift cards today for some of the newer teachers on my campus that I am friends with. I have 4 that I'm very close with. One is not actually a new teacher, but it is her first full year on this campus. Plus, she got her master's this year. She's been working so hard, so I wanted to give her a little congratulations, you made it kind of thing, as well as for 3 other teachers, including the teacher that I share this room with. I think she's fabulous. And so I have some thank you cards that I'm going to be writing to them, and then I'm going to put these in their boxes. I know they're just $5 gift cards, but I just wanted to show them that I'm happy that they're here on this campus with me and give them some encouragement at what is no doubt a stressful time of the year for everyone. So I'm going to sign off so I can get some of these notes written and get my final prepared and perfect and ready to go for my freshmen, and I will catch up with you guys later. This is taking forever. Okay, so it is 11:13 a.m. I just got finished teaching my 3rd period, and now I get to focus on grading for the rest of the day. So as kind of an update on that student, I did get to speak with this student this morning. Thankfully, unless he is lying to us, then thankfully I think it was a false alarm, which again, you always want to react as if it's not a false alarm. But today, this weekend seems to be the day for just serious drama, and not drama in a mocking sense, but legitimate drama with some of these students. I had a group in my one of my classes who could not turn in their video because apparently they just trusted the wrong person to film for them. And one of the girls whose fault it wasn't in that class was basically sobbing. I had to take her out into the hallway and talk to her. She's so afraid that she's going to fail the class, and there are some court issues going on where if she does fail the class, that I don't know the whole story, but something bad would happen. I had to take her out in the hallway and say, you are not going to fail. I won't let you fail. Like, you have put in way too much work and effort, and she's such a good kid. So just drama this morning, and it really brings to light. Sometimes you get annoyed with these students. They just get to you in the wrong moment. They say the wrong thing at the wrong time, but some of them are dealing with some very serious issues that we are always unaware of, and I need to keep that in the back of my So I am going to be focusing on grading. My freshmen took their final this morning, and like half of them failed and then the other half got like 100%. So I don't know what's going on with that. If the whole class had failed, then it would have been my fault, but I have legitimately students getting 100% on this final because it was so easy. So I don't know what to do about that. Sometimes that happens, and I need to see if there's a deeper meaning as to why they failed, and hopefully, I don't know. So I'm gonna focus on grading, and I will talk with you guys later. See, I got everybody in on this vibe. I should start charging.
This is nice.
I should start charging.
Have you tried this?
Good morning, YouTube. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, and today marks the first day of finals. I'm about to head out. It is 6:45 in the morning, and I'm gonna go get some donuts for my freshmen because they have been hounding me all year. Are we gonna get donuts? Are we gonna get donuts? And so I said, okay, you know what? On the day of the finals, I will bring you donuts. So I'm gonna go get some donuts for my freshmen and then head to school. Today is also our staff party at 1 o'clock. We always have a gigantic staff party at one of the local eating establishments. It's not, it maybe could be considered a bar, but they serve food and drinks. So we always kind of get together there and just de-stress and hang out. There are a couple of awards given, and we recognize people who are leaving for the year, and it's just always a really great way to end the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my day. I'll catch up with you guys later. Three dozen donuts done. So it is 7:04 and I just got into my classroom, and I think I'm gonna hide the donuts because they have literally been hounding me this whole time for a donut. It's kind of been annoying, so I think I'm gonna mess with them and pretend like I forgot them for the day and then show them. We'll see how grateful they are then. So this will be in the back corner, and we'll see how they react. Of course, I had to steal one, just one, for myself, right? It's 9:56 a.m. and we just finished our first period final, and now we have a 15-minute break before we have to move to our second period final. And so we just finished our first period, and I never know why I expect things to end so nice in my mind, but it doesn't. I don't know if I'm going to show this part, but I did try to film the surprise that I had with the donuts for my students, and one of my students just completely ruined the surprise because that's what he does, and it was just disappointing. And they were very talkative today, and I understand it. It's the last day of school, but at the same time, it's like, you're still in school. I don't know what's going on. And just, there was a lack of common sense from some of them today, and it just drives me insane. And then at the end, we had literally 4 minutes left, and I was trying to give a nice speech, goodbye, and a thank you. And I kept getting interrupted, and so I literally asked, can I just have 3 minutes, please? Can I just have 3 minutes to speak to you guys in silence? And then when I had 2 minutes left, a kid's just like texting on his phone. I can't do anything nice with these kids, and I can't be nice. So that was kind of a downer. Hopefully next period is better. I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, it is 12:53 p.m. and now school is over for today, and we made it past the first day of finals. I had one kind of, oh, somebody is speeding. I had one incident during my class, and it always inevitably happens at some point or another where a student just basically bangs on my door and runs away like a little child. It happens, and in my case it happened a lot. So, and like, I'm not talking about a little bang, I'm like a boom, like it sounded almost like a gunshot kind of boom. And it happened twice on my classroom door, and then the guy took the effort to go outside around to my classroom windows and bang there. So I finally ended up calling supervision and security and basically asked them to hopefully figure out what's going on and can we please stop this, so on and so forth. So that was an interesting moment. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna make this light. I made the light. Okay, so that was kind of one thing, but obviously my second period was just so much nicer than my first period. We kind of got to exchange some heartfelt words at the end. Some of them got to write in a little book that's blank in the shape of my last initial that I got in New Orleans. So that was nice. That's going to be like my yearbook, I think, year after year, because I don't really want to buy our yearbooks. I bought my first yearbook. The first year that I taught, I bought the yearbook for the school that year because I did want it as a memento, but I haven't bought any since. And now I am on my way to our staff farewell party at Rivets, which is a restaurant slash bar, and I may have a beverage of an alcoholic nature while I am there to celebrate the end of the year. Oh gosh, somebody almost got in an accident because they weren't paying attention, and I know the irony in that as I am filming while I am driving, but I'm at least keeping my eyes on the road for the most part. Okay, I will catch up with you guys tomorrow if I don't put any footage of the party today.
No, I think that was the drunken turkey.
Look what I
I think there's a better chance it'll happen if we just get like the goal.
Okay, so it's about 3:42 in the afternoon now. We always like to hang out for a long time together. What's really great about our staff is that, you know, I think that we genuinely like each other for the most part. So it's always nice when we get together for these parties. They're always pretty fun. So it started at 1 o'clock, and so, you know, it's 3:40 now, so that says how much we actually like each other. And for once, I'm actually not the last one to leave this time. Last year, it was about 4 of us who just stayed until almost like 5:30, I think, which was way too long when we didn't have to, but it was really great. And I won that award, which was really awesome. Like, I know that I was nominated for it because I was telling you guys about that in one of my other vlogs. The librarian had took me aside and told me that she had nominated me for this award, but it was really nice, and not to brag, it really was heartwarming, because when my principal, you know, kind of started saying who the next person was, he said he had like a flood of nominations for me, and I thought that that was just really sweet. And I got to talk to a lot of people, and a lot of them were just kind of coming and saying, you know, you really deserved that award. And it's just really nice to know that I am respected by my colleagues, and that the work that I have been doing this year has made a difference to them, and they see my dedication and my hard work. And so I am a firm believer that if you stay in a positive mind frame as much as you can, and you are willing to go the extra mile for people, it will be recognized eventually, somehow, some way. So this was just one of those moments where it did. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna veg out a little bit, because as much as this morning was rough, this afternoon was really nice and fun, and I kind of just want to relax for a while. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we have Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and Thursday, and then we are finished and we have graduation. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Is it going? Yes. Okay. Good morning, YouTube. It is 6:54 a.m. on Wednesday, May 24th. This is my last day of classes. I actually only have one class to teach this morning, and that's my third period. Like, the glare from my garage door in the sun is killing me right now. Sorry. And then I'm going to be in my office. And then technically I don't really even have to come tomorrow, but I am. I need to clean out my office even more and get started on a few things that I need to do. I also need to finalize my grades and different things like that. It is hot as crazy right now. Okay, it is 6:54 in the morning. It's 70 degrees outside already, and it's gonna be bad. I hear it's gonna be like in the hundreds today. And of course, as I have mentioned before, our school is notorious for having broken air conditioners, and it has happened. Thankfully, my classroom has been spared, and I still have air conditioning in my classroom, but my office upstairs does not. It's going to be a swamp upstairs, and it's going to be gross, and that's where I'm spending half of my day today and all of my day tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to go get something to eat, head to school, and I will check in with you guys later. So at the end of yesterday, the teacher that I share this room with left me a little gift, and I was so happy, but I couldn't even get a chance to open it. So I'm going to open it right now, and we'll see what's in it. Oh, so a card. Ooh, what is this? Look how stinking cute that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she knows that I work in my planner a lot and I love washi tape. I am so happy that she got this for me. Look at how cute. So it's washi tape and I use that all the time in my planner. And I'm the one who told her about the planner, and she ended up getting one for herself. And so this is so sweet and amazing. That is just so amazing. And then the card, and it's just a wonderful thank you card, telling me how happy she is and thankful. And how nice is this? I'm literally so in love with this right now. How stinking cute are you? It's a little rhino. And I love those colors, and I like the thinness. It's always hard for me to find thin washi, but that is so cute. Thank you, Anne, if you ever end up watching this. So I bought this book when I was in New Orleans, and it's blank on the inside, and so I decided to use it as my yearbook, and they wrote me so many amazing messages this year. I'm so happy they ended up going from both ways. How nice. Hey guys, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and our regular school day ended at 12:15. So why am I still vlogging, may you ask? It's because I am on my way to another one of our ELA training meetings, which unfortunately I actually did not know was happening today. I got an email at around 10:30 asking if I was going to attend the meeting today, and I said, okay, I'm not gonna be able to make it until 1 because I would like to finalize some of my grades, which still aren't finalized. So the grades have been entered, and basically what the kids will see is the final grade in the class, but I still have to do citizenship, I have to do comments. Ooh, do not get over right now. I have to do all those things that, you know, you have to do when you are finalizing grades. And an interesting situation popped up today that I am ill-equipped to deal for. I have a student who just does not really meet grade level requirements. This student has struggled all semester, and we have been testing this student to make sure that this student does not have any type of disability that may be causing this student to not be able to complete their work, and the testing is kind of giving us all these different answers. Anyway, this student ended up making up some work for me and told me, you know, asked me if there was anything they could do to get their grade up, and I said, well, all the grades have been entered. And the student said, well, I don't understand then why my grade is so low because I've done every assignment. And when I went back turns out this student was right. I had missed 3 assignments to enter in. So I'm so glad that this student said something, but at the same time, they are still not passing my class. And this is where we come into a moral dilemma. I cannot in good conscience pass this student to the next level because they do not meet grade level standards or requirements. And we have a meeting tomorrow with the parents, and I am just apprehensive because the mother has been very vocal in, as she should be, but the mother has been very vocal in advocating for this student, again, as she should be, but it's caused some difficulties, and it just makes me apprehensive that I still have to break the news to this parent that their child, unless something drastic happens, is not going to pass my class. So I was talking with one of my assistant principals this morning about the situation, trying to lay it all out on the table and see, am I in the wrong here? Is it okay that I don't feel like I should pass this student? And it kind of raises an interesting question that why am I even doubting myself? This student does not meet the requirements. Why am I feeling so bad about it's not my goal in life to flunk my students, and I feel like the parent may have that picture about me. She may get that, I'm trying to think of a word here and I can't think of what it is. She may have that picture of me, and I don't like that. I don't like it when parents think that I'm out to get at their son or daughter, because I'm not. That's not my job. I want every single student to pass, but again, I cannot in good conscience pass these students if they do not put in the work or effort. And that's the thing, if they had put in the effort, and she, this student says that they put in the effort, but really, oh no, come on, sorry, I almost ran a red light. The student says that they put in the effort, and they did attempt to complete the assignments, but really the effort was not there. The quality of work was just too far out there for me to justifiably pass them. So that's going to be an interesting meeting tomorrow morning. I haven't actually even heard about the meeting until this afternoon because I wasn't invited to the meeting, and now I'm like, do I even need to go? So welcome to education, ladies and gentlemen, where things are always harder than they seem. So I'm on my way to this other meeting. Hopefully we won't go past 3:30. We'll see. And I will catch up with you guys later. Okay, so it is 3 o'clock. So we got out of there kind of early. So that was nice. And I think I need to go to the grocery store and get something for dinner, because if I eat out again one more time, I'm going to be even more of a blimp than I am. So tomorrow is our last day of classes, and I will see you guys then. Good morning, YouTube. It is the last day of school. It is May 25th, Thursday. It's 7:33 in the morning, and I am just leaving my house, which never happens. But technically, all my classes are done. I finished with 3rd period yesterday morning, and today is 6th and 7th period finals, so I don't have to teach anything, so I don't have to be there early. I am, however, going to be spending the day in my office, cleaning it out, because I'm not going to be in that office next year. I'm going to be back in my classroom. I'm still going to be coaching, but this year I had to share my room with one of the newer teachers because, long story short, our school had a fire last 2 years ago, and just now the building that, it didn't burn down, but there was a lot of smoke and water damage, so we had to kind of gut out the inside of it and redo it. So that building got finished this year, and so that means the teachers who are in our building right now, who belong in that building, will be able to move out and go back into that building. But because of that, there was a room shortage, and because I'm only teaching 3 periods, we decided why not let somebody else use my classroom for those rest of those periods, and I would go upstairs into an office for my coaching duties. But I don't need to do that anymore. So it'll be nice because now that office is going to go to our very much deserving resource teachers, and I will be in my classroom the whole time, which would be also really nice because that's where everybody knows where to find me. So I need to clean out my office. I need to finalize my grades, and then I have another ELA committee coaching training meeting. Same thing I've been doing a lot today. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Plus tonight is graduation. Stay tuned for that. Apparently this is what happens when you come to school at 7:45 and school starts at 7:55. I've never experienced this because I'm always at least an hour early to school. The stoplight is literally like so far ahead of me right now. How do kids get to school on time? What the heck? Do you hear that? Still have 6 minutes left, but they're going crazy because it is about to be finished. We get out at 12:15, it's 12:09, and then it is summer break. I'll see if I can catch the chaos right beforehand. Empty hallways. Oh, look what one of the teachers got me. It's this adorable cookie. I'm gonna eat every single bite. Okay, it's a little bit after 3 right now, and I just got finished with my last meeting of the day. So technically, I am done with my school year, although I have a meeting here tomorrow at 9:15 until whenever, and then we're doing trainings next week. But I checked out of my school, I turned in my keys to my office because my office is all cleaned out, and I'm gonna go get something to eat. I have to go put gas in my car, and then I gotta get ready for graduation tonight. So it's the last day of school, and tempers are high from everybody, including parents of students who are failing. So I got a call today from a parent of a student, and I basically got accused of not being able to understand her child because I don't have children of my own. So how could I possibly understand what children need, basically? And I also got accused of not having a heart, basically, because my conscience would not let me pass her student. Not as bad as the time when I got accused of putting a child in the hospital because I gave out too much work. So, what are your stories? What is your fault? Share it down below.
Are you doing a selfie?
No, video.
Okay.
You're good.
Passing out diplomas. This is the best part of my job. You're not coming for me though. I'm vlogging.
Congratulations! If you need help spending that money, let me know.
9 o'clock and the night is over. We're heading to a restaurant and gonna go get some food and some drinks. And officially, my contracted year is over. I'll check in with you guys later.
It looks like cotton candy.
Those look nice. Happy Friday. Now it is 8:52 in the morning on my first day of summer break officially, and I'm about to go to an hours long meeting because we have our ELA trainings next week for the new program that we are adopting, and I am one of the trainers on that. So I'm about to head downtown to our district office. Our meeting starts at 9:15, and I will be there for the foreseeable future for this day. However, I hope all of you lovelies are having a wonderful day, and if you are on summer break, I hope you are sleeping right now. I'll catch up with you guys later.